I want the results. I want the benefits. I want the lifestyle. I want the luxuries of what that offer. We need to start removing that from our vocabulary. If we're not willing to say, I'm willing to do what it takes regardless of how I feel. Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. Another car edition. I'm doing what we call a life hack. I'm riding around Detroit, Michigan. We got beautiful 77-degree weather in late October. So we got the sunroof open, got the windows down. Well, I rolled them up so that you guys can hear me pretty good. But don't worry, I got a camera mount right there. I got the mic connected to my chest. Everything is safe. Got the seatbelt on, so we good. But I said it's a life hack because you got to drive anyway. So why don't I kill two birds with one stone and knock out a vlog, a podcast, all at the same time? I used to call this University on Wheels because when I would get in my car, I would listen to a podcast or an audio book. And so I would feed my soul while I'm driving. It's like you're driving, you're stuck in traffic, you're in rush hour anyway. Those are the times you can listen to an audio book. Those are the times you can listen to some information about the stock market and you can learn. It's all about how we're maximizing our time. But today we're talking about the number one emotion that will keep you broke. Matter of fact, it won't just keep you broke. It'll keep you out of relationships. It'll keep you single. It'll keep you obese, overweight. If you're in school, it will keep you from getting your degree. You name it. It will keep you from hitting your goals in life. And that number one emotion is, drum roll please, that's right, your feelings. That's right, your feelings. Now you might be thinking, Jason Brown, my feelings is not an emotion. You're right, it's not a specific emotion, but your feelings are comprised of all these micro emotions. But we just go lump them into one big emotion, which is your feelings. You see, when I've been getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to hit the gym, I've been learning a lot about myself, a lot about me personally. And just recently, that was as early as today. I got up at 4 o'clock, went back to sleep till about 5. Alarm clock went off at 5. And I literally said this to myself. I said, I do not feel like going to the gym today. I don't. I don't know why. I just didn't feel like it. Didn't feel like getting up. Didn't feel like I was already thinking about the treadmill run. Just like I can already see the treadmill and I don't feel like running on a treadmill today. And it made me take pause and say, well, you are the same guy that said you wanted a six pack, right? Because I've been on this little health kick, I think I lost 15 to 20 pounds, feeling good, been consistent in the gym, 5 a.m. Monday through Friday pretty much. I think I'm going on a 45-day stretch of doing this regimen, cut out majority of alcohol. I mean, I drink maybe a glass of wine at maybe twice in the last month and a half. So really cut out a lot of alcohol, carbs, and have been committing to getting up at 5 a.m., getting to the gym between 5 and 5:30. And today I just didn't feel like it. But I did it. I got up. And what it made me think about was like, man, it don't matter what you feel like doing. If you said this was the goal, you said the goal was to get a six pack. And it's not even because I just vanitily want, I don't even know if that's the word, vanitily, but it's not because of vanity is what I'm saying. It's not because of vanity that I want a six pack. I want a six pack much like I wanted to become a millionaire. You know, what does that mean? If you haven't listened to my episode, go back and check it out. The difference between making $1 million and becoming a millionaire and then doing it while you're young. Go back and listen to that episode because I dropped some gems in there and talked about the difference between making $1 million and becoming a millionaire. I think it's the same way with this six pack that I want. There is a difference, and no disrespect to anybody who do like the weight loss drugs or anything like that. I'm saying there is a difference between like hoping, wanting a six pack or going to have surgery for a six pack. There's a difference between that and then becoming a person that has earned a six pack, becoming a person that figured out his body type, figured out what foods do to your body, figured out your water drinking regimen, figured out your working out regimen, figured out how to sacrifice, put in the work, and pay the price to get the six, pay the price to get that waist to slim down and for it to come through. Now, you might not even keep the six pack for a long time. But if you just knowing that I know what it takes to get one, is how I felt about making $1 million. It's like, do I know what it takes to do it at least once? And I know for a fact that my six pack don't really care about how I feel. In fact, the six pack is like, if whether you get this or not depends on how you feel, please don't go after me. Please don't go after trying to get a six pack, because I'm only reserved for those who know that they want to pay the price to wear a six pack, to earn a six pack. And the people who are willing to pay the price to earn this six pack are the people who have found out and figured out how to move and shake in the gym with their diet, with their water intake. These are the people who have figured it out beyond their feelings. You see, I realize something. When I think about athletes, I think these are the ultimate, and I'm sure there's other people, but athletes are the ultimate feelings killer. Meaning they have to find a way to be professional, show up, shoot the ball, dunk the ball, swing the baseball bat, swat at the volleyball, you pick the sport, kickboxing, boxing. It don't matter how they feel. It don't matter if it's Christmas, Thanksgiving. They have to play on some of the most biggest holidays when they feel like being home with their family. They have to get up and train even though they don't have a game, when they feel like sleeping in. They have to show up and play even though they're sick, when they feel like staying home. They have to show up to the game with a broken bone or torn hamstring. They still have to sit on the bench and show up for the rest of the team in a suit or in a jogging suit to show that they're still part of the team, even though they feel. Y'all hear me? Y'all with me? Even though they feel like laying in the bed, going back home, staying in their hotel room. And I thought, man, what would life be like if more people operated outside of their feelings? What if they went after their goals outside of what they feel like doing? Because I can't tell you how many people say, I want that car, I want that house, I want stock market money, I want NFL, NBA money. But guess what? They say stuff like, but I don't feel like doing all that. All what? When it comes to the stock market, I want that kind of money, but I don't feel like doing all that. All what? You don't feel like looking at some stock charts? You don't feel like researching? You don't feel like investing in the course, investing in yourself? You don't feel like investing in the mentor? That's cool. That's cool. But I think we got to be careful not to fix our mouth to say, I want the results. I want the benefits. I want the lifestyle. I want the luxuries of what that offer. We need to start removing that from our vocabulary. If we're not willing to say, I'm willing to do what it takes regardless of how I feel. Because how you feel is going to be the number one killer of holding you back. Now, the second killer is, it's not really an emotion. Maybe it's a subcategory of feel, but people want to do what they want to do. And so what you want to do, let's just stick with the stock market. What you want to do is you want to just do little to no research, and then you want to just throw some money in the market and you want it to hit like a casino. That's what you want to do. That's what a lot of people want to do. They don't want to research. They just want to throw some money in there, come back later, make a bunch of money in a relatively short period of time. That's what you want to do. Okay? Or let me give you a different example. Maybe you want to be out on the golf course all day. Maybe you want to be out on the boat all day. So there's some things that you want to do. You want to get to the end result where you're just having fun. But the market, the money, your goals don't care about what you want to do. See, they only care, when I say they, your goals, success, it only cares about what you want to do after you master this third one. And this third one is what? Well, pay attention, because I'm finna give you the game. The third one is doing what you have to do. Now you want to get to the pot of gold. If your feelings is the number one killer, then the number one thing that'll help you become successful is doing what you have to do. Moving past your feelings and saying, this is what has to be done to be successful in the stock market. This is what has to be done to be successful in sports. I have to get up. I have to eat. I have to run. I have to practice. I have to read the playbook. Translation, I got to get up. I got to research stocks. I got to understand technical analysis. I got to do fundamental research. I have to put in the time to know when's the best time to buy, the best time to sell. That is what you have to do in order to do what you want to do and to get to a point in a place in life where you can do what you feel like doing. So kind of funny how in order to do what you feel like doing and what you want to do, you got to break through the first two and get through number three, which is the hardest one, which is doing what you have to do. Once you do what you have to do, only then can you do what you feel like doing. I bet Warren Buffett could do whatever he feel like doing. What the kind of money he got now. I bet LeBron James can do whatever he feel like doing. I bet Warren Buffett can do whatever he wants to do. He can hire the best researchers, the team to run his investments. He can go be out on the boat. He can go relax. He can do whatever he want to do. Same with LeBron James. Pick any athlete. Pick anybody that you admire. But here's the key. I bet you first they did what they have to do to get to that spot. They did what they have to do to get to that position. They did what they have to do to get the results. And I want you to think about your finances the same way, because people say, and this might be you, people say, I want to learn this, but I don't have no money. Great. What do you have to do to get some money? Do you need to downsize your car and not drive such a fancy car? Do you need to downsize your living situation, not live in such a big house? Do you need to sell some of the purses, bags, shoes, video game systems, whatever you got that's not making you money? What do you have to do to get the money? People say, well, I ain't got the knowledge. Great. What do you have to do to get the knowledge? Do you got to go to a seminar? You got to buy a course? Do you got to hire a coach? That might mean you have to spend some money on something that is not going out this weekend. You have to spend some money on not taking a vacation. Christmas time, you might have to spend some money on not getting everybody else a gift, getting yourself a gift, which means you might have to let some people down. You might have to disappoint them just this once, just this Christmas, till you get this information, till you get this knowledge, till you get this money to get into your investment account. And I think that's what kills most people's dreams too. They don't want to do what they have to do, but then they mistakenly think that a sacrifice now is a sacrifice forever. See, that's something I learned early on. When I sold all of my stuff, by the way, I talk about this in the book, Fire Your Millionaire. You can go to fireyourmillionaire.com and get on the wait list for when the book is released. So if you listen to this in the future, the book could be out. That's the word 5 year millionaire.com. I talk about this in the book. When I sold all my stuff and had to move back home, I was flat broke, but that was what I had to do. I did what I had to do to get back on my feet. I had to go get a job. I went and got a job, get back on my feet, took the money from my job, started getting back into the stock market. Talk about it in the book. But I understood that the sacrifice I was making was temporarily. I was like, okay, I got to sell all my stuff, drive a regular car for what, a year, 2 years? But that's okay, because I was like, year 3 though, when my money making money for me, I'm back in the market, I'm killing it, it's on. Year 3, I'm gonna get a hot car again. Year 3, year 4, I'm gonna move back out into a nice place again. And so we often think a sacrifice now is a sacrifice forever, a sacrifice for a lifetime. That's not necessarily true. And so we so afraid to let go of right now. We so afraid to do what we have to do now because we're afraid that means forever. That means we never go get this again. That means what are my friends gonna think about me? But I'm telling you, you do what you have to do. Ignore your friends, ignore your feelings, ignore what other people think. Focus on your goals and the sacrifice that you gotta make right now so that you can live later, greater. It's gonna be game over. It's gonna be lights out, game changer for you. All the goals, all the dreams, they all yours. But they only yours if you can move past your feelings. Move past doing what you feel like doing. Because the only way you can do what you feel like doing and what you want to do is once you realize the real success is in forcing yourself to do what you have to do. Let me know in the comments. You ready to move past your feelings? You ready to do what you have to do? Is there some places in your life that you can look back on and say, you know what? My feelings actually held me back. I should have been doing what I have to do instead of trying to do what I want to do and what I feel like doing. I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments. Let's do what we got to do. Let's get to these goals.